What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Something. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Urban Heat by StudioTrapSounds. Urban Heat is a Rompler VST plugin. It has over 100 presets. It's good for trap, hyperpop, R&B, all those kind of genres. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Some, hit the key. All right, guys. So when you open up the plugin, it's going to look like this. It's got a nice looking GUI in my personal opinion. You fancy, huh? Typically this plugin runs $20. But if you use the link below and use the promo code SumnSumnSumnHTK, it'll get you 15% off at your purchase. So as you look here at the plugin, it has your standard controls, your attack, your release. It's got cutoff, it's got glide. Right here is basically your rate for your LFO over here. And you have your depth right here. It's got gain, it's got pan, it's got reverb. And then over here, you can see different filter types. So you got low pass, high pass. Obviously, you got poly, mono, and legato modes. And then you got different LFO destinations and you have different waveforms. And so then as you can see here, when you push this button, these are the different kind of sounds that are going to be in the plugin. And so boom, once you click it like that, it is going to bring up the new sound for you. I made a little sample beat. As always, in this beat, I do use 4 different instances of Urban Heat. Notice up here at the top too, the CPU usage on this thing is pretty low. So it's not really that bad with CPU usage, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into Urban Heat. So I want to show you guys something really quick. When you hop into Urban Heat initially, what you're going to want to do is, if you're an FL Studio user, you're going to want to come over here and you're going to want to come to the wrench and you're going to want to just come over here and right click on C4. And so that you move the root note down real quick, and it's going to make all the sounds in their natural place where they should be. With Ableton and Logic, I don't believe that you need to do this. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to do some sampling of some of the sounds. So I'm going to let you guys hear all the sounds or a lot of the sounds in the plugin. I'm going to mess with a few of the dials and everything else like that. I do want to let you guys know this too right off back. One thing that about this plugin is you are going to have to turn the gain down. If you don't turn the gain down, it's going to be a little distorted and saturated. So basically it's going to sound like this. We'll go ahead and start off on the guitars and it's going to sound like this. So that noise doesn't sound distorted, but we'll go ahead and turn it down just a little bit anyway. But some of the noises just sound a little bit distorted, but just turn down the gain a little bit and it does fix that for you. So that's the first guitar, pretty solid little guitar. Obviously it's not exactly a real sounding guitar, but it does sound good for like some trap, R&B, hyper pop and stuff like that. I'm just gonna go ahead and go through some more of the guitar sounds for you. For me, that's a really solid guitar to use for like a trap sound or something like that. Let's go ahead and go to the next one. All right, so that's some of the guitars or all the guitars for you. I'm not gonna go through every preset, but I am gonna go through a good amount of presets for you guys so you can hear what they sound like. So let's go ahead and go over to bells next. So boom, I'm just gonna pick some of the bells at random though. So this is what the first bell sounds like. And so again, you gotta remember to turn down the gain. I wish that they would have had the gain down a little bit when they made the plugin. Maybe they can fix that in an update. But let's go ahead and hit that again. All right, so that's some of the bells. They sound pretty decent as well. Let's go ahead and keep the party moving. Let's go ahead and hit some of these flutes real quick. So boom, bam, here goes the flutes. Release the flutes. So again, you can hear there's a little distortion. I got to remember too to turn down the gain. And then something else too about the plugin that I feel like can be fixed in an update is it's sometimes some of the sounds are a little clicky at the beginning. So if you listen, but it can easily be fixed by just taking this attack up just a hair and it just fixes that for you. So, you know, pretty simple fix. Let's go ahead and go to the next flute. So the flutes aren't bad at all. And then like you can hit this knob in the middle and turn the rate up a little bit if you want. Hit this def up just a little bit, boom. Turn this reverb up. But you know, you can transform the sound just a little bit. Let's go ahead and hit this ethnic flute. So the vibrato on that makes it sound pretty nice. You can hear it as I turn that def up and I have the rate up right here in the middle. Let's go ahead and go to the next flute. So this one might sound better by itself. Let me go ahead and turn down the depth real quick on this. So not a bad sounding flute at all. Let's go ahead and listen to this native flute. All right, so let's go ahead and go to something else. Let's go ahead and hit some of these keys real quick. You already know something. Hit the keys. Let's go ahead and hit some of these keys though real quick. So the keys sound like this. Turn down the gain, just remember that. I mean, that's a pretty solid piano for me. I might layer it with another piano underneath to fill it out a little more, but definitely a solid little sound. So that's some of the piano sounds. They sound pretty solid. Let's go ahead and check out some of the choruses real quick, or some of the choirs. So the same thing with the choirs. On some of these, you do have to turn the attack up just a little bit because it might click. So you heard that click right there. So let's go ahead and turn it up just an inch, and then or just a centimeter or just a hair. So it sounds pretty solid. Go to the next one. Oh, let's go to that clean one real quick. So that's what the choirs sound like. Let's go ahead and let's check out some of these plucks. The plucks are pretty fire as well. So let me go ahead and change this back over to the bell pattern, and let's go ahead and hit play. I'm just going to hit a few of these at random though. Same thing, as you can tell, turn the gain down just a little bit, but you can hear that distortion. But what's nice about that though, they may not realize, is that you can turn down the volume and boom, you have saturation on whatever the sound is as well. So you can turn down the volume here on this channel rack, or you can turn down the mixer and you can have some saturation on your sound. So, you know. But you can hear like night and day. All you have to do is just turn that gain down just a tad. That one's fire to me. I like the way this sounds. But I like anything that sounds computer game-ish or video game-ish or anything like that. You know, I'm a sucker for video games. All right, so let's go ahead and check out some of these synths real quick. And that's gonna be the last thing we're gonna check out. The strings are nice too as well. So maybe I'll just hit a couple strings for you. Forgot to turn down that gain a little bit. Let's go to the next one. And then let's just go ahead and hit a few of these synths real quick so you can hear what they sound like as well. I'm just going to put it on the same pattern that I put the keys on. Turn this gain down just a little bit, and boom, let's check out some of these synths. All right, guys, so that's basically the plugin for you. Who is this plugin for? It's really for any producer who makes trap, hyperpop, maybe rage, some R&B. I would even use it in some boom bap and some different beats or something like that. You could use it in drill, that's for sure, as you can tell by the sample beat that I made. Again, if this plugin is something that interests you, make sure that you use the link below and use that promo code SumnSumnSumnHTK to get yourself 15% off. Get the plugin for like $17 if it's something that you want. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.